Welcome to the APEGS Continuing Professional Development tutorial on the annual requirements. In this tutorial, we will cover the annual requirements for the CPD program. We will explain what the credit and category requirements are for members, as well as explain the Reporting Elsewhere reporting option. Finally, we will provide a brief overview of what to do if you can't meet your annual requirements due to extenuating circumstances such as maternity leave or medical leave. This program applies to all professional members, members in training, and licensees. It does not apply to life members or temporary licensees. The requirements of the program are not tied to a member's geographical location or their employment status. This means that members located both inside and outside of Saskatchewan are required to participate. Additionally, members employed inside and outside of the professions are required to participate equally in the program. Starting in 2024, both licensed members and members who hold a license waiver are required to meet the same annual requirements. We will discuss this more in the next few slides. It's important to remember that CPD credits can be attained anywhere in the world. They do not have to be obtained in Saskatchewan or from APEGS. The APEGS CPD program operates on a calendar cycle. Between January 1st and December 31st each year, members must create or update their CPD plan, track their CPD activities during the year. This includes documenting the name of the activity, the date the activity occurred, noting how long the activity took to complete, and how many credits were earned. If the activity was verifiable, members are also required to keep a copy of that documentation for up to 3 years. Ensure they have obtained the minimum number of credits. Ensure those credits have been earned in a minimum of 2 of the 5 activity categories, with at least one of those categories being a verifiable category. Obtain at least 1 hour of verifiable ethics training. Declare or update their area of practice online, and report their CPD information online to APEGS each year using the APEGS member portal. For more information on how to track your professional development activities or what activities are eligible for this program, please refer to our other online tutorials or the CPD program document, which can be downloaded from the APEGS website. Individuals who are APEGS members for the full year have the following CPD requirements. Obtain at least 1 hour of verifiable ethics training each calendar year. Obtain at least 30 credits, 12 of which must come from at least one or more of the verifiable activity categories, and the total number of credits reported must come from at least 2 of the 5 activity categories. There are 5 activity categories in the APEGS CPD program. Starting in 2024, the categories have been classified as either verifiable or non-verifiable. The verifiable activity categories are formal activity, presentations, and contribution to public knowledge. Verifiable activities are those that can be objectively verified by a third party as evidence of completion. Please refer to the CPD program document for examples of acceptable verification documents. Members are required to keep personal copies of these documents for a minimum of 3 years. The non-verifiable activity categories are informal activity and participation. Non-verifiable activities are learning activities that are not required to be objectively verified by a third party. Supporting documentation is not required for these 2 categories. While it's possible to earn credits in all 5 categories, it's not common or required. As long as members accumulate credits in at least 2 of the 5 categories, with one of them being a verifiable category, they will be compliant for this portion of their annual requirements. If you're new to APEGS, your CPD credit requirements are prorated for your first calendar year of membership. Here's how it works. First, determine the number of months you'll be an APEGS member in that calendar year based on your official approval date. If your approval date falls between the 1st and 15th of the month, count that month as month 1. If your approval date is on the 16th of the month or later, consider the following month as month 1. If you are approved at any time in December, you'll be considered a member for 1 month. Once you know the duration of your membership, refer to Table 4 in the CPD program document. This table outlines both the total number of credits and the minimum number of verifiable credits that new members need for their first calendar year of membership. For more detailed information, you can refer to the APEGS CPD program document. Here's an example of how to calculate credits for your first calendar year of membership. Member A was approved for membership with APEGS on May 10th. Because their approval date was within the first 15 days of the month, they will count May as month 1. This means that this person was a member of APEGS for 8 months. In referencing Table 4, the member needs 20 credits for their first year of membership in a minimum of 2 of the 5 activity categories. Of those 20 credits, 8 of them must come from at least one or more of the verifiable activity categories of formal activity, presentations, or contribution to public knowledge. If your preferred address registered with APEGS is outside of Saskatchewan and you are reporting and compliant with another Canadian Engineering or Geoscience Regulators CPD program, you have an alternate reporting option available. You can choose to use the Reporting Elsewhere option. This method typically takes less than a minute to complete. However, it's important to remember that you must update your APEGS records annually to remain in compliance. For step-by-step instructions on how to complete the Reporting Elsewhere process, please visit the CPD Program Documents webpage on the APEGS website to download an instruction sheet. If you do not meet the criteria for the Reporting Elsewhere option, you are required to report your credit details to APEGS. APEGS recognizes that not all CPD programs across Canada have the same requirements or reporting timelines. Because of this, as long as you are up to date and compliant with the reporting requirements of the other regulator, you will be considered compliant with the APEGS program if you report annually using the Reporting Elsewhere option. APEGS acknowledges that there are times when a member cannot fulfill their CPD requirements for the year due to extenuating circumstances. To assist members, the CPD Variation Program was developed. This program allows members to apply for a reduction in their requirements for the current reporting year if needed. However, before applying, members should check their banked credits. If they have enough bank credits, a variation may not be required for the year. Common reasons why members apply for a variation include maternity leave, medical leave, or retirement. To begin this process, you must complete a variation application each year it is needed and submit it to APEGS on or before September 30th. Applications submitted after this deadline will not be accepted. The application is then assessed by APEGS and the CPD Compliance Committee, and the application is either approved, with or without modifications, or it is denied. If your situation is ongoing, you will need to apply for a variation each year it is needed. One variation application will not cover you indefinitely. For more information, please refer to Section 5 of the CPD program document. The variation application form can be downloaded from the CPD Program Documents webpage on the APEGS website. Members are responsible for retaining personal copies of all CPD documentation for at least 3 years. At a minimum, the essential documents to keep include your CPD plans, activity tracking spreadsheets, and verification documents like certificates of completion. These documents should be maintained by you personally and only sent to APEGS if you are specifically asked to do so. It's advisable to store your records where they can always be accessed, such as at home. Some members have faced challenges when they stored all their CPD documents on work computers, switched jobs, and then lost access to all their records. In case of an audit, those members would need to recreate copies of all their lost documentation. Every year, all members undergo a basic compliance review to ensure they've met their annual reporting requirements. Additionally, a more detailed assurance review is conducted for a random selection of members. During an assurance review, members must submit all necessary documentation to support their online claims. For instance, if you've claimed 12 formal activity credits online, you'll need to provide a tracking document listing the details of each activity, along with verification documents for each one. Accuracy when reporting to APEGS is crucial. Failing to do so may result in further actions related to your file. This brings us to the end of our tutorial. If you have additional questions about the CPD program, you can either review the other online tutorials we have available, you can refer to the CPD program document, which can be downloaded from the CPD Program Documents webpage of the APEGS website, or you can email the CPD department at cpd@apegs.ca. Thank you for watching.